Today let's talk about why I don't often use CINE lenses. Los geht's! First, why would I choose photography lenses for video? Reason 1. You can also achieve excellent image quality with photography lenses if you buy the right ones. So for example, Sigma Art series ones are pretty good price and also deliver great quality. Especially if we compare it to a CINE lens like Arri Master Prime, actually you barely notice the difference. Reason 2. Photography lenses are lightweight, especially the zoom ones in comparison to CINE zoom lenses. Reason 3. With photography lenses, you tend to not have to bring a lot of accessories, huge matte boxes or 4x5.65 filters, and these actually will result to additional cases that you have to bring with you while shooting. If you have, for example, just a photography lens with screw-on filters that are small and lightweight, you tend to be able to just put it into one bag. Reason 4. It depends on which photography lens you get, but some of them have image stabilization built in. 5. Because overall photography lenses are smaller, you can bring more different type of lenses or focal lengths inside one bag. And when you're filming, for example, interior scenes inside a moving car, and you only need to bring one backpack, this allows you to finish a lot of shots in a small amount of time without having to get out of the car and back in again. But if you have CINE lenses and if you're going to a trip where you cannot bring too much, you're kind of limited and have to compromise on some of the focal lengths you want to bring with. Reason 6. Photography lenses tend to be able to work also with autofocus. In some small-sized or medium-sized projects, for just some quick, simple gimbal shots, it can be really helpful. Reason 7. With photography lenses, it's very easy to change lenses by yourself, with one hand even. So therefore, it's really convenient when you're shooting solo. But if you're using CINE lenses, especially PL mount, you definitely should get an assistant that helps you while changing out the lenses. 8. When using photography lenses, especially when focusing manually by yourself, it's really helpful because the focus ring doesn't travel too far. You can adjust it with just these two fingers. But if you're using CINE lenses, the travel length around the focal ring is really far. Therefore, you need to have an assistant with you that pulls focus wirelessly for you. Reason 9. Photography lenses, in comparison to CINE lenses, usually have a shorter minimum focus. Here's also a Moco shot with the Sigma Art 18-35. We can see we can get very close to the object and also far enough to get it wide. Photography lenses aren't as expensive as CINE lenses, therefore I dare with them a lot to get closer to the action, to then achieve getting really dynamic action-packed shots. So here you can see the 7200 has taken a lot of damage, but it's still rocking. And I'm really happy because I don't need to think about it too much. With CINE lenses, on the other hand, I would be more careful because it's mostly also rented and expensive. Alright, at this moment, definitely I will see a lot of comments speaking for no, CINE lenses have a lot of great benefits, such as reason 1, the shape and weight of most CINE lenses have the same standards, which makes attaching focus gear really easy because they always line up at the same spot. But from my professional experience of filming a lot, I can tell you guys, aren't you gonna bring special lenses such as Laowa 24mm probe lens or a cool wide-angle Laowa 12mm lens? They are all different shaped, so you can't unify everything. At the end of the day, you have to change stuff back and forth anyway. Reason 2. CINE lenses already have built-in gear rings, therefore attaching focus motors is very easy. But that doesn't mean you cannot just purchase some cheap gear rings for your photography lenses as well to attach them there. And trust me, if you attach it correctly and make it tight, it will work same as well. But with photography lenses, if you use something like a PD Movi Live Air 2S, you can manually calibrate it, and it's also fairly quick. So therefore, I don't see a benefit there. Reason 3. The breathing control on CINE lenses are much better than on photography lenses. But honestly speaking, I never heard complaints from directors or clients or from the audience that it breathes too much when I was pulling focus on one of the shots. Of course, there are a lot of scenarios where I also would rather choose for a CINE lens set. Here's why. CINE lenses can better deliver a stylistic feel. If you use Arri Master Prime sets, it delivers more of a high-end, sharp, clean look often used in TVC. If you want to go for like vintage, more filmic look, you can go for like a Cooke S4i lens set. Or if you want to have a lot of like lens flares, you can go for a anamorphic set. This can really make all your shots look different than others. Reason 2. CINE lenses are parfocal, which means if you change the focal length, if you have already set the focus, it won't change. This is really helpful when you do some really cool crash zooms in comedy and want to like do really dynamic zoom in, zoom outs. But if you're using a Sony a7S III with zoom lens and autofocus capability, trust me, it won't 100% work, because you can still feel that the autofocus is hunting a little bit. And this is not good for a professional shoot. So therefore, you should know as a DP when to choose the CINE lens at which scenario, and this is one of them. Photography lenses don't have the capability to close down the iris stepless, but with the CINE lenses, you can do that because it's a manual iris ring on the lens. If you have a shot coming from interior to exterior where it's super bright outside, then you need to do that. And it's also your responsibility as a cinematographer to then ask for the producer to get a CINE lens for this shot, because it's actually helpful. CINE lenses also look really great in front of the client. So if your producer has put a bigger budget, then you as a cinematographer or DOP should also be responsible and put in these more higher expensive CINE lenses in your gear kit. The producer then can justify the higher budget. Secondly, the client also sees that you have spent all the money correctly. You should also as a DOP show the client that you're using these gear to its maximum and increasing the value for the client. So what's your opinion on this? Let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about it. And if you want to see more awesome content like this, definitely consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. See you next time. 再见.